Hola, buenas tardes. Estamos aquí hablando con Chach sobre su vehículo eléctrico. Tiene una Tesla y vamos a charlar un poco sobre su experiencia. Great. So Chach, thanks so much for talking with us about your car. I'm curious, what has been your experience with driving the Tesla?
Wow, it's the best car I've ever owned. I've had it for 2 years. It's the most fun to drive. It's cheap to operate. It's expensive to buy, but it's very cheap to operate. Mm-hmm. And it's really fun to drive. It's the fastest car I've ever had. It's about 250 miles and can be a little more in the summer when it's warmer. Can be a little less in the winter when it's cold and the battery doesn't last as long. But 250 miles in New England, where we are in Vermont, gets you a long way.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to ask, have you done any road trips?
Yeah, lots of road trips. We've gone, on 10-hour drives, and you have to charge along the way. But Tesla, this particular manufacturer, has superchargers along the highways, so you can stop when you need to. It takes 20 minutes to charge it up, which is nice to take a break. There's a fraction. There's probably 50 moving parts in this car versus thousands of moving parts in a gas engine car. So the maintenance is really low, really cheap, and there's just not that much that goes wrong with it. This has 50,000 miles on it and haven't had any issues.
Wow, that's fantastic. And I'd heard that it's cheaper to maintain after you buy it. And that's been your experience.
Yes.
Cool.
It's the future. The future is now. More people need to get in these. I already do power this car with solar energy because I have solar panels at my house. So when I'm charging at home, I'm basically using the solar energy that I've produced during the day to charge this at night. So it is as clean as you can get. Get out and get in an electric vehicle. You'll never go back to a gas engine car again, I promise.
All right,
Thank
great.
you.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Got about 5,000 miles on it now. I use it for commuting every day that the weather's good enough for riding a motorcycle. I've loved it all 2 years. It's been great. It's about 100 kilometers. And then I charge it every couple of days because I use it for commuting mostly to work, so it's maybe 15-20 miles a day. I also use it for errands, things like that. And it's very easy to just get on in the morning, go to work, come home. It's very simple, plug it into the wall. So this is a simple level 1 charger, so it's just 110 volts out of the wall socket. So if it was completely empty, it takes about 8 hours, but because I charge it pretty much every day, it's just in for about 2.
I live about 10 miles from where I work, so it's an around town car, and it serves my purposes there. I predominantly charge it at work, not at home. There are free charging stations near where I live. So over the course of that year, I've paid about $100 in electricity when I do pay for it. Usually I don't, compared to what probably would have been about $600 in gas over that time period. I rarely charge it at home. I do not have an outside plug or a garage, so I have to run an extension cord out through my basement, and it's just a pain. So I usually don't do that. There is a commercial charger at the fire station, which is about a mile from my home, so I use that sometimes. There's a commercial charger near where I work, and that's free, so I use that a lot. And the Nissan dealership, which is also up the road from where I work, is free because I have a Nissan, and they have a fast charger, which I use every once in a while. Sure, so like I said, we got 2 types. This is the standard charger, so both the regular commercial and the home chargers plug in there, and the system knows based on how much electricity it's receiving, what type of charger you have. And this is the high-powered charger. This one does like straight DC power, whereas this is an AC power. So the DC power is why it charges faster, because it doesn't have to switch around the power type from the power lines. Almost no noise. It has a slight high pitch kind of electric motor whine to it. I have an older daughter who drives, and my wife jokes that she's coming in for a landing when she's arriving at home with it, but it does have that sound like you see in futuristic movies with the flying car. So it does sound like that a little bit. It also, because it's so quiet, it has a backup alarm. So it beeps when you back up, so just to warn other people. But other than that, it's in no noise.
All right, great. So almost no noise, but it sounds like the future.
Si quieres ser notificado cuando salga un video nuevo, suscríbete a nuestro canal oprimiendo el botón rojo y después la campanita.